Hi, my lovely people. How are you guys doing today? How are you guys doing today? I'm still here by the grace of God. I'm still here. I'm still here. Still here. Spending time with you guys. And you spending time with me. Isn't that awesome? Let me just make sure that you are hearing me as I do every time when I do this. Just to make sure that everything is rocking and rolling. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. So let me take that off. Wonderful. What is today? Is it day 4? Let me just see. Today's 4. 3, 2, 1. Yeah. Wow. Isn't it something? Day 4. Day 4, people. Oh my goodness. Day 4 of the countdown. 12 days to countdown series. You know when. You know when. Day 4. 4 days to Christmas. So I know people are on the road, outside, buying up gifts, decorating their house, all the banisters, the landing. I ended up on YouTube last night, and I don't know how I ended up seeing this video of the houses throughout Trinidad and Tobago that I think it was the top 10 or something that were featured for lights. You know, how people decorate their houses for the Christmas, and people really go out. I'm telling you, the whole house is blinking. You know, like you might not be able to recognize it. Humans living in the house because they're not blinking like the house. It's so much fun, to see the extent to which people take the festivities. It's amazing. But it's beautiful to see if you're out there and you're driving around. It's lovely to take your children, your family, and a drive out. Be safe because remember, COVID is still around, and follow the health protocols. But it's a lovely event, yeah, to take your family and kids out, get their input on the lights, the design, get them involved in the conversation. Don't shut them up. Which one they think is the winner? Involve your family, If how would they rate it from 10 to 1, who would they give as a winner? It's amazing. All the reindeers that we don't have in the Caribbean, Santa that we don't have in the Caribbean. Oh my word. It's amazing. So welcome to all those who are watching, listening, or will be watching or listening to this, because some people may not be live here with me, and that's fine. That's fine. It's not about who's here with me at this particular point in time, though that would be great. And I invite you once again, if you're live here with me and you want to join me in studio, just let me know in the comment section and I'll send you the link so that you could join me here. That would be fun. Okay, if not, and you're watching this after, which is a replay, you can like, share, comment. Please still leave your comments or share your when moments, decisions in the comments. You don't know, I may have a follow-up to this. As I said, I don't know what I'm going to do with this yet. I have thoughts. Of course I do. I have ideas, inspired ideas. And if you have missed the past episodes or past shows, over the past, 8 days? 8 days already. Can you imagine? 8 days. You can just go back to my Facebook, YouTube, or LinkedIn, and you'll be able to see the past sessions I've held online live and give your comments or share your thoughts on it. Share your thoughts, share your when as well, because I would love to get feedback on your experiences. So it's not just me pouring into you, you also need to pour into me. I'll appreciate that. Yeah. So I need to get my hair cut this week. If not, I'm swinging with this look until the new year. Yeah. I ain't going nowhere. I ain't going nowhere. I don't need to impress anyone. Yeah, I don't need to impress anyone. I'm already impressive. Hey. All right, so let's get into it. Let me see if I can find my day 4 of when. I have to take these things down, Let's see. So you know when isolation, oh my goodness, we were talking about COVID a while ago. You know when isolation from the timely event of a pandemic was really the best thing that ever happened, as it allowed you time to step away from everything else and see the entire picture from a wide angle, a whole new angle. Let me repeat that. You know when isolation from the timely event of a pandemic was really the best thing that ever happened, as it allowed you time to step away from everything else and see the bigger picture. Yeah, it's not about you, but see the entire picture from a whole new angle. I remember when the pandemic hit, as I'm sure you would, and you probably complain. I was kind of celebrating, really. But then this is my normal for me, isolation, because I'm used to that. But when the pandemic hit, for other persons, they were like, oh, hell no, isolation, I can't do this. And then the mental health issues skyrocketed. People couldn't deal with themselves. First to begin, they couldn't deal with their husbands, wives, or children, family, neighbors. And then as time went on, they started to adjust. As any human being, it takes time to adjust. All it takes is time for you to realize what are you complaining about. Just reset and recalibrate. Just like when you're driving on the road and you go in a wrong direction, the GPS tells you recalibrate and change and find your way back. And so we all have to recalibrate, and the word for the past 2 years has been pivot. I mean, I'm a dancer, I know about pivoting, it's nothing new to me. So now it's being used in the political, societal environment. The word pivot, or the economic environment, every environment they're using the word pivot now. That's a new term, the new phrase, catchphrase. And so people have realized the benefits of the pandemic. They're thankful. They're actually thankful. They're like, I'm so glad for this thing. At first, I wasn't all for it, but I'm glad. I'm glad because they were able to probably walk away from their jobs. They were able to work from home. Some were able to spend more time with their family. Some were able to see the people who they work with for who they are. They were able to see the friends. They don't need to travel. Some of them save money, on food and travel because they didn't have to go physically to work. The other side to that is that they had to learn to cook, because restaurants were closed and they had to learn to cook. So some of them found the stove, which was decorative in the kitchen if they had one. So they learned to cook and they learned to prepare dishes as a family, go on YouTube and learn to cook, which is good. Healthy meals, learn to exercise and all of that. So isolation did bring some great benefits. It also brings benefits in getting to know you, getting to know yourself, hopefully a bit more. Getting to know your children, your wife, your husband, getting to know if the path that you're on in your life is really what you are meant to be on. Doing some meditation, spending time spiritually, building your spirituality. Although you couldn't go to church physically at first, though they have limited numbers in church now, they have opened it up, but people still go to church virtually. And it also opened you up to the world, when you were limited in terms of just keeping yourself in a space, though physically you couldn't move, but now you expose yourself virtually to the world. You can travel the world, and that was always open to you. It never stopped. Nothing stopped you from doing that. You stopped yourself. So isolation and the pandemic has caused you to think differently. As I say, think out of the box. Like I said, I don't know where that box come from, who put it there, who created it, and who put you in there, or if you put yourself, but whatever. You start thinking outside of whether it's a box, whether it's whatever, a bowl. I don't know what it could be, a prison that you put yourself in, that you realize you have the key to. You can walk out anytime you want. Yeah, you have the key to your freedom. And so you realize a world is out there. People discovered somehow miraculously, as if it wasn't there before, all the things that, I think all the things that were there before, it opened their eyes to it. It's not that it wasn't there before, because it was. So all these online learning, online teaching, um, was always there before. But because they were living under a rock, whoever they are, you kept yourself comfortable. Now you have to become uncomfortable and do the things that you never thought you would have had to do or had to expose yourself to. So now you have to learn the computer. So all those who were comfortable with, I don't need to learn this, I don't need to have that, I could get my children to do this. And no, now you have to do it yourself, because your children were busy with school, busy with other things, that didn't have the time to be teaching you. So now you take the opportunity to go online, YouTube or Coursera or Udemy or whichever site you're doing it, Linda or Skillshare or whichever one, and you're going on and having to learn these things. Or even LinkedIn, which is a good source for you to learn new skills, courses, etc. Yeah, personal and professional development, reading books, all of these things to help build you, to open your mind. I remember it being said that if you want to travel the world, all you need to do is read a book. You can travel the world in your mind from a book. You can know about places, history, that when you do go to the place physically, it's like you've been there before, that you vicariously live through the book. So isolation has really taught me a number of things. I For me, it built my spirituality even more. I became even closer to my Lord and Savior, and it gave me time to spend more time with me, which is what I love doing. More time with me. A lot of people are afraid of doing that. They are afraid of spending time with themselves because they hear voices. I remember having this conversation with a young lady. She's afraid. I mean, you could see and feel the fear. She was like literally shaking just at the thought of spending time or being alone. Just that. She have to have noise. She need to go by the neighbor. She has to drown out because she don't want to hear the voices. But you have to deal with those voices. You have to face those voices, because those are the demons. And when I say demons, it is not to sound satanic or anything, but those are the fears and the limiting beliefs that have been plaguing you. So I call it demons. Keeps plaguing your life and stopping you from moving forward. And we don't realize these are the things we need to address. We need to face head on. Stop running, stop hiding, cowering, avoiding, making excuses for. You just have to face them. So when you hear those voices in isolation, you talk back. You talk back. Don't be afraid. It can't hurt you. It can't hurt you. That's the one thing you need to know. It cannot hurt you. But the more you keep avoiding, it will fester, build, 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 build. And it will hurt you. And it will show up physically in your being, in your body, in your mind, in your soul. Even in diseases, it's going to manifest itself somewhere, and you wouldn't want that. So isolation has really taught us a lot, and we had to change our lifestyle, exercise, be more healthier in terms of what we eat, how we eat, what we put into our mind, body, and soul. And we learn to just cope, to deal with things that are coming to us. It really tested our resilience, our ability to still be above water no matter what. Yeah, still be above water. Keep your head above that water so that you don't drown, you don't sink. And once your head is above that water, you're good to go. You can float, you can do the doggy paddle, you can, you know, lie on your back and just chill and watch the sun. Once you don't sink and drown, you're good to go. Just keep that head above water. And we're moving into 2022. We don't know when COVID is going to end, if ever, if it's going to end. I don't think it would, based on it's a human, uh, what would you call that now? I don't know the words aren't coming to me, but it's passed on from human to human. And so we need to take responsibility and accountability for the spread of this disease, or whatever it is. We have to take responsibility. And if we really want to come out of isolation, if we really want to have more freedom in our life, we need to change our behavior. But in the meantime, we are learning to be more clean, hopefully more aware, more conscious of what we do, where we place our hands, where we sit, who we interact with, and just learn more about ourselves. It's a building of an awareness and consciousness that is coming out of isolation, that is coming out of the pandemic. And that is the main thing, an increase of awareness and consciousness. Yes. So it's my time is up here, and I just want to say thank you so much for spending the time with me. Whether you spend the time with me virtually live or you spend the time with me watching the replay, spiritually I'm still there with you. Feel free to share, like, comment, leave your thoughts. And we have a few more days to go. 3, 2, and 1 left. Yeah, before Christmas. So same time, same place on Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn. Look out for that link. Set the reminder, and I'll see you then. Thank you so much for being here, and enjoy your evening. Take care. Bye bye.